This breathing practice is especially helpful when we're feeling emotionally charged. That can happen if we're feeling depleted after a big emotional or stressful event, or if we're right in the middle of it. It's also a great way to start the day or to take a break for a few minutes when things are feeling too intense. Start from a standing position or sitting forward on your chair. There's an exercise we can do with the body that will help to open up the sides of the rib cage and the diaphragm for breathing. Stand in Tadasana, stand straight with your head, neck, and trunk in alignment. And then as you inhale, bring your arms up with the palms down until you reach shoulder height, and then the palms up from there. Stretching up over your head, and then exhale, let your arms come back to your side. As you're bringing the arms up, breathe in as deeply as you can. Keep your palms facing down until you reach shoulder height, and then palms up. And then exhale, let your shoulders completely relax. And as you're breathing up, concentrate on lengthening the space between the hip bones and the ribs, and stretch up through the rib cage. Keep a bit of softness in the back of your neck and the top of your shoulders. The real stretch is happening through the lower ribs, the middle part of the rib cage. Expand the ribs by breathing in as deeply as you can. Doing this practice every day, maybe even just for a few breaths in the morning, can be very helpful in terms of opening up the body so that you can breathe more deeply. We're going to do some even breathing and 2-to-1 breathing. So if you're doing it as a Shavasana practice, you could lie down. If you're doing it as a sitting practice, sit so that you're feeling tall. Head, neck, and trunk are in alignment. Shoulders down, relaxed. If you're sitting in a chair, it's often good to sit towards the front of the chair so that you can really let your body have room to breathe. And first, let's start by noticing where the body is moving, mostly with the breath. You could put a hand on your stomach, one hand on your stomach, one hand on your chest for a moment. Notice the rhythm and the pace of the breath. Allow the breath to become smoother, calmer, more even. And notice if the hand on the chest is moving a little bit higher in the chest. Then see if you can let your awareness come down a little bit more into your belly, relax your stomach muscles. The natural way for the body to breathe is diaphragmatic, which means the diaphragm muscle in the lower rib area is moving with the breath. As we inhale, the diaphragm flattens, the lungs are pulled down, and air comes into the lungs. As we exhale, the diaphragm releases and comes up kind of like an umbrella or a mushroom. The lungs empty of air, the body relaxes. So this pattern of breathing is something that's natural to the body, and it's also possible that habits of constriction or anxiety or fear have led us to a tight situation in the body. And if that's the case, then the breathing might be affected by that. So you can leave your hands there for a bit if you want, or you can move your hands down, relax your arms. Noticing as we inhale and as we exhale that there's a rhythm and pace to the breath. Ideally, our length of breath is about the same between the inhalation and the exhalation. So let's start with counting the length of the inhale and seeing if you can allow the exhalation to be about the same. Not pushing for any particular length of breath. Just to notice as you relax and tune into the breathing, it often will become calmer, less jerkiness or pauses. And usually it will become longer as well. So this is an allowing, there's an allowing happening around the breath. We allow the muscles to release. We allow our mind to focus on the breath. And when we get out of the way, so to speak, of our body and its breathing practice, then the breathing can establish a healthier pattern. It's usually calmer. So when you feel like you've established an even breath, exhalation and inhalation about the same length, and when it feels effortless, just watching that rise and fall of the breath in the navel center, the stomach area. As you're exhaling and inhaling, allow the breath to become smoother. There's a natural relaxation that happens as we breathe out. The parasympathetic nervous system is engaged. The relaxation response happens. Let the exhalation begin to extend a little bit longer than the inhalation. And again, with no effort in this practice, just allowing the breath to leave the body, to leave the lungs, and allow that to continue for a beat or two, and then smoothly into the inhalation. Don't use the muscles of the stomach to extend the exhalation. Just allow there to be a little bit more time as you finish the exhalation. Smoothly into the inhalation and then releasing into the exhalation. Focus on the smoothness and the continuity of the breath. Check your body from head to toes. If there's any contraction or tightness in your body, allow that to release with the out-breath. Forehead and eyebrows, the jaw, the back of the neck, the shoulders, all the way down through the back of the body. Feel yourself settling more comfortably into the support of the floor or the chair, through the seat, the feet. The sides of the body, sides of the neck, shoulders, arms, hands, fingers, fingertips. As you exhale, allow any sense of tightness or contraction through the arms to release itself and flow out through the fingers. The whole front of the body, relaxing the face, the throat, the chest, stomach, all through the legs, out through the feet. And then focus again on the stomach area. Allow the muscles of the stomach to be soft so that the body can move in its breathing without any contraction or resistance. Letting that exhalation continue a little bit longer than the inhalation, up to twice as long. If you notice your attention has gotten carried away in a stream of thought, simply bring your attention back. Focus again on the navel center and on that rise and fall of the breath. Noticing how your body becomes more and more relaxed as you focus on the out breath. Letting go of any tightness, any resistance, any energy that's contributing to contraction in the body. Allow all of that to settle and release as you exhale. Allowing the breath to be continuous and smooth, deeply relaxing your whole nervous system on the exhale. With the longer exhalation, we remove extra gases and toxins out of the lungs. And we also can allow this state of agitation or the state of contraction in the muscles and the cells of the body to settle and release. Allow this breathing practice, this interlude, to be healing and supportive for your body, for your energy, for your nervous system, for the mind. As you exhale and empty the stress that has accumulated since the last time you did the practice or through the day, allow that to really release. Allow that release to be on every cell of the body, letting go of any tension or tightness. If there are images or thoughts in the mind, that's okay. We'll come back to those later. So for now, being aware of this feeling in the body of release and safety. Right now, in this moment, allowing yourself to focus on the breathing practice. And as you breathe in, allowing yourself to receive the nurturance of the in-breath, the nourishment to every cell in the body. The fresh air comes in and oxygen saturates our cells. Allow yourself to come back to more of an even breathing pattern. Exhale and inhale about the same length. Noticing how you continue to relax and soften into the exhale. Creating room for the nourishment of the inhale. Notice this continuous process at work in our bodies, our breath, our cells. Exhale, releasing and cleansing, letting go. Inhale, nourishing and nurturing every cell of the body, receiving the nurturance of the in-breath. Being aware of your whole body, head to toes. Relax into the support of the environment. At times when we tune in and turn inwards to our experience, we have a lot of activation, a lot of thought, a lot of nervous system activation. At other times, we have more calm and peace. That's part of what we observe as human beings, is that our bodies are affected by our environment, by our activity, and that we can take this break from the external stimulation and go inside, taking 10 or 15 minutes to relax and enjoy the body and the breath, to meet our experience just as it is. If you're in Shavasana, turn over to your left side, support your head with your arm and bend your knees. It's fine to have a gradual transition out of a deep relaxation breathing practice. Become aware of the whole body again from head to toes. Maintain some of this awareness of the body and of the breath, of this process of exhaling and relaxing, inhaling and nourishing. Letting that practice continue as we move into the day.